Hi, welcome to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know that there are literally billions of channels that you could be hanging out at, but you scroll by, you stop by, and you're sticking around the Gen X Glam and Gab channel, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much that oftentimes it's the Gen X Glam and Gab and sometimes giveaway channel, and that is what's happening today. This is a giveaway video, so stand by to hear about what's happening in the giveaway video. But before I get into that, shout out to the Love Always Wins Beauty Bundle. Kelly Wolf won this, comes in this cute little denim bag, which I think is going to be awesome. So awesome for the summer. So Kelly, go ahead and email me at genxglamgiveaway@gmail.com or join us on the Discord server. The Gen X Glam and Gab Discord server is such a fun place to be. We can share real-time tips and tricks and to find out things like happy birthday, Jeanette. It was Jeanette's birthday last week. She let us know. She's like, I'm going out. I'm getting treated to a mani-pedi from my family member. And you know what? It just gave me an extra pep in my step that day, knowing that Jeanette was out there in real time getting her mani-pedi. That is just such good energy. So if Kelly Wolf, if you want to join us on Discord, the invitation to the Discord server is in most of my video description. Sometimes I forget, but for the most part, I get it out there. All right, check me out. Okay, ignore the extra like bags under my eyes, but like right in here, I got some redness. I didn't reapply my sunscreen yesterday during the community garage sale, and I got a little bit of redness going on. So, we're gonna treat that, and it's exactly where I normally get my redness, like right in there. It's just like extra. All right, this is also a giveaway video. I said it was a giveaway video. I still have a fair amount of brand new overstock products that is going out in my infamous Gen X Glam and Gab grab bag of goodies. So be subscribed to the channel, make a comment in this video. I'm gonna draw the winner on Sunday, June 15th. I get so excited on Sunday mornings. I wake up, I'm like, commentpicker.com. Gotta open up the comment picker. Wait, gotta make my coffee. Have to enjoy and savor this moment of picking a winner whilst having my coffee. So that will be happening until I have to go. But I mean, I normally just make this like, it's truly a grab bag. Most of the time it's mysterious, but I'll pull out a few things that we got going on so people can see. For example, we've got a brightening body scrub. We've got one of the new e.l.f. melting balms. I think this is in the shade Yummy Gummy. No, Strawberry Shortcake. Lots of little Clarins samples. These things are fantastic. Clarins is such a great skincare and makeup brand for that matter. We've got some e.l.f. Holy Hydration, like deluxe sample. Again, like it's all new in the box. We've got some setting powder in there. There's lots of good stuff. So go ahead and get yourself entered. The other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of giveaways today is, you know, over time, so I have all my skincare down. I've been marinating, and it was a wash and dry the hair day. Got to show the house again. Got to pack more. Have to grocery shop. This mom on the go. I swear to God, I cannot wait to put the brakes on when I get on summer vacation, but I'll still be busy. So who am I kidding? But it'll be more fun stuff. I'll be like worrying about like, can I find people to play pickleball with today? All right, so I used my Tir Tir Milky Serum, which I got around this time last year. I got it in June because in June, Amazon did this epic collab sale with Tir Tir where they marked everything. I want to say it was 30% off. It was around this time last year that Tir Tir's cushion foundations were just blowing up all over the place. I did a few videos. I went out and played tennis in that stuff. I wanted to really test if it was sweat proof, waterproof, and all that jazz, no transfer. And I gave it like an 85-90% success rate. The real kicker was gonna be when I took off my visor, like right up here where I sweat. I was so sure, I wore a black visor. I was so sure that it was just gonna be like caked with makeup. And it wasn't. It passed the test. So anyway, last June I plussed up on some Tir Tir. That's when I got the SOS serum as well, and some tried their lip oil, which I was not a big fan of. Anyway, so I've got that going. I just used my GRWM under eye cream. I thought that I would get ready today using makeup that almost got decluttered, but it got saved. It's like it got saved. So let's go in. Let's start with a little bit of color correction because I am really needing it. This is from the brand Kaja, which is I'm a huge fan of Kaja's foundations, and not foundations, but they're cute little blush products. I meant to say they're concealers. They have a great line, super good formula. Really, really like them. I don't know how this shade got in the consideration for decluttering pile. I honestly don't, because as you can see, it's a nice match for me. It's a nice brightener that I can use to cover up some of my redness. So this is why we double check things. You know, you go through, I went through the stuff before the garage sale. I sat down, I put on, if you've tracked my channel, you've heard me talk about like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader documentary, like America's Sweethearts, and then AMT did DCC Making the Team. And I didn't watch DCC Making the Team. There's like 16 seasons. I didn't watch that, and I'm a reality TV junkie. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't. It wasn't on my radar. But when I saw the American Sweethearts documentary and the gals were doing their glam, I was recognizing things in their glam kits. They carry a roll-on suitcase behind them all the time, and what's in it is all of their glam, the stuff they need to do their hair and their makeup, because those gals are amazing athletes and they do it all in a full beat. It's like unbelievable. And so I was recognizing stuff in America's Sweethearts in the documentary, and stuff that I had in my, like L'Oreal Glotion, Charlotte Tilbury's Charlotte Tilbury's contour ones. Like you could just see into their kits, and it was interesting for me and to share with you guys. And now I want to say this. I'm not the only one that was paying attention. I got an email from Charlotte Tilbury, my spam emails, that said that Charlotte, this is my Essence concealer. I love this stuff. Essence has a great formula for a concealer, and it's so cheap. This is definitely going on summer vacation with me because a nice, affordable, and it's still got plenty of juice left in it in terms of like, it's not cakey yet. Anyway, so I get the email from Charlotte Tilbury. Update email. Charlotte Tilbury has teamed up with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and is like, they're doing a collab. So let's see. On June 18th, they're going to release a second documentary, America's Sweethearts. And I said, on Netflix or Hulu? Can't remember. I think it's Hulu. Okay, don't quote me. No, I think it's Netflix. Anyway, you can search it up. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to start to see that collab, because it's a little interesting. Charlotte Tilbury has just announced it, and pretty soon the show's going to drop, second season of America's Sweethearts. Are we going to be seeing these gals use exclusively Charlotte Tilbury products? Now let's talk about this. The cheerleaders make next to nothing, historically speaking. They all have like multiple jobs. It's more of like, I don't even want to say bragging rights, but maybe it's like a bragging rights gig within their industry. So they don't get a ton of money, but now with social media, they have a huge advantage over the gals that did this in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early aughts, because now they can have podcasts, they can do vlogs. I mean, they can have a social media presence, which leads, we know, to brand deals and all this other stuff. So Charlotte Tilbury is working with the DCC Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I think it's super exciting, but it's just because I personally was tracking that, noticing like, what the girls are using in their kits when they zoom in those cameras. All right, there's a little bit of something, but it might have been too light. So I have my e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I have my Emco Beauty Flawless Glow. These are both knockoffs of Charlotte. Speaking of Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter. Let's use the e.l.f. one because it's a little bit more, I want to say fresher than the Emco Beauty one. Okay, why not? You talked me into it. We're thinking the same thing. Why don't we just do a halves and halvesy? Let's do a halves and halvesy and put the Emco Beauty on the other side. All right, now the other thing I want to talk about. I kind of digressed, getting all excited. Oh, that's definitely, it looks like they're both supposed to be in the light family, but the Emco Beauty is just giving, I don't know, it's giving a little bit more dare I say like yellow? Well, let's see how this blends out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. When this thing uploads, the quality will decrease anyway, and I'll just be a big blur blob on your screen talking to you. So let's blend out the elf side. I'm just running errands today. So what I want to talk about now, this is a very serious matter. It's a very serious matter. The stuff that didn't sell at my garage sale. Before I started this video, I went through it all, and I did like another sort of decluttering. The stuff that was just too old and cakey and just blah, no way, like definitely bound for the garbage. I put in a bag bound for the garbage. And then the other stuff, there was plenty of stuff that I opened up and it was, you know, barely used. I must have bought it, got sucked in. We all know I'm on a midlife makeup crisis journey. And so, yeah, I've been investing, I've been buying stuff, and I will admit I have fessed up. I have taken accountability for my role in overconsumption in the beauty space over the past 2 years since I've been on my midlife makeup crisis journey, and collecting and trying to find things that work with me and my vintage skin to help diminish the imperfections that I see. Ooh, the halo glow is getting like it patched up a little bit over there. I just noticed that. Let's see how the Unco Beauty side's doing. I can't reach my magnifying mirror. Okay, I got it. I need to take a better. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. Both sides are blending out, but I'm actually not done creating my base. Oh yeah, I'm not done creating a base. We're going deep. So anyway, so I've got this whole bag of mostly blushes, palettes, some eye products, but stuff that I thought was still pretty salvageable in terms of, you know, I didn't really use it that many times because, like I said, I've fessed up. I take accountability for my overconsumption. Yes, I may have bought a product and not used it very much because it was like a May for me. And so it just went in, like, it just got filed away, right? But it's still pretty, the formula is still good. It's not expired, gently used. So what I'm getting at, and a few of you have said, like, expressed interest in my garage sale items, and like, oh, I wish we could go there, or I wish you could throw some, you know, some grab bags together on what you're decluttering, you know, if it's still decent enough. So I want to know if people are still interested in that. And if you are, please make in the comments interested. Please put interested. Remember, make a comment to get in on the current Gen X Glam and Gab giveaway, which is all brand new stuff, you know, in the grab a bag glam goodies sort of department, glam grab bag of goodies. So that would make you eligible if you write interested, or if you're not interested, you just make a comment. If you're not interested in getting like the secondhand stuff, like the gently used stuff, then you know, just make a comment and get in on the regular giveaway. But what I'm trying to get at is, if you're interested in some of this gently used stuff that didn't sell at the garage sale, and it's almost way too nice to throw away, but I honestly do not have the space to move it forward. I don't know if I will use it fast enough before it expires. So if there is interest, if there are other collectors out there that may get it, and you may declutter it yourself, but you've always wanted to try it. I'm just going to grab something here. This is Diamond Filter from Physicians Formula. I bought this because I love Physicians Formula. My Physicians Formula collection ended up to be, it actually served me quite well. So a lot of what I decluttered from Physicians Formula was just cakey and it had to go. But so this is like a liquid blush. You could probably use it on your lips too. And it was just too dark for me. That's it. So and what else do I have over here? NARS, same deal with NARS. This one was just, I think this is their Dolce Vita liquid. And it ended up just being a little bit too dark for me, although that is kind of, you know, that shade range is right in my sweet spot of what I like to use on my face, but it just ended up being too dark. I'm just gonna like grab my hand. What is this? Oh, L'Oreal Infallible. Barely used this baby, didn't really like it. It's like a powder foundation, but I've discovered that I don't like powder foundations in general, so that was a miss for me. I might have put a brush on it a couple of times, and then it's just kind of been chilling in my collection. So I don't know. Let me grab something else in the bag. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's left of this thing? What we can, no, we can't use it. We already put makeup on. This is Milk's foam primer. I'll squirt it on my hand. There's still life left in this thing. That would cover your entire face. If you were ever thinking, oh, I wanted to try that, but I didn't get a chance to try it. See, that's perfectly hygienic because it came in a pump. So stuff that I thought was, it just smooths right out. I don't know. I put that in the gimmicky. But you know, it was something that I bought. I didn't barely use my NYX Buttermilk blushes. This is a bronzer, but I put those in there. There's a couple of those in there. There's when e.l.f. did the collab with Tinder, I wasn't a huge fan of the all slick, no ick primer. And this is their setting spray. I probably used about maybe that much of it. Just wasn't a favorite setting spray of mine. But these are the kind of things like I'm talking about that are in here. What else can I pull out? Got some barrettes in there to hold your hair back. This is a Loma calming cream. I never used that. There's just some good stuff. A lot of stuff that came in Ipsy that I never really used. This REM, this is from REM. I maybe used it a couple of times. A nice little blusher stick. Did I pull out enough for you to get the picture? If you're interested, what I can do is I can take all of this stuff and I can, this was not a hit for me, but I got it with points. One day I got this with coupons. I had those beauty mingle coupons, and they were $5 each, and I cashed in 3 of them, and I bought this. But it was, if you're tracking my channel, you know that I was trying all the different bronzer drops. Here's the setting spray from Essence. Maybe just used it a couple of times. This is almost full. Look at this beautiful setting powder, and I don't use loose powder, but it was something I had to figure out on my journey, that I'm not a loose powder setter person. So anyway, that is all there, plus some palettes. I've got some palettes here, mainly the Beauty School palette. Like, look at this one from Beauty School. I barely used this at all, but there's no way I can get through it. So there's a few different palettes. This is, I think, the blush palette from Beauty School, because I've gotten far enough along on this journey. Speaking of the journey, let's keep going. Remember, I'm using stuff that I almost decluttered. I've just gotten far enough along on my journey to know what's worked and what hasn't, what I want to move forward with, and the types of things that I want to keep trying out, like sticks. Like, I love these sticks, like bronzing sticks, blush sticks, big fan of those. Contouring sticks. So these are the kind of things, as I move forward in my journey, that I'm gonna be like laser focused over the next year. I really am gonna be laser focused. I'm not gonna have as much access to this stuff because over in Europe, I just can't run to the drugstore and pick up the latest NYX and e.l.f. Although we do know that H&M Beauty at the mall in Stockholm has Essence and has some of the other like sort of drugstore stuff. All right, now we're going to use Charlotte Tilbury's. These were a miss for me. They're called the Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I bought it in the shade 4 Fair and in the shade 9. I thought, like, okay, I'm going to get it. It's supposed to give you this ring light effect. I thought I'd get it in close to my shade and then in the deeper shade to use for contouring, but it was still kind of a miss for me. I even did put these in the garage sale, not gonna lie, and nobody picked them up. And I'm telling you, I had people, like I did last year, laboring at the, looking through the bins. I had a $2, $5, $10 bin. I did like a little short on it just to like show you the setup. Last year I rented tables for my garage sale, and it wasn't worth it. Like, I still made money after I deducted what I had to rent the tables for, but going out, picking them up, putting them in the back of my vehicle, returning them, it was just such a headache. So this year I just looked for every little tray table, chair, stool, anything that I could find that I could set stuff on top of. What were the real hotcakes, things that were selling at the garage sale besides the Glam, because the Glam did actually sell quite well. my Lululemon stuff, my skirts, my long sleeve shirts, like all my size 4s and 6 Lululemon stuff that I'm just not even going to think about getting back into. Too small, don't have the energy or the time, and plus I'm fighting the vintage nature of my life, TikTok, to get back into those skirts and into some of those shirts. But they served me well. Like every skirt I looked at, I was like, oh, I ran a race in that. Oh, I played a tennis tournament in that. Oh, that one got me this medal. Actually have a pretty decent collection of hardware, but I'm not going to talk about that. So those went really, really well. The Lulu every year makes me money. Every year I dig into my Lulu collection when I've had these garage sales, and I've just pulled out more and more because it's great quality stuff. And it brings joy to people. And a lot of the stuff that people got is vintage. They're not going to get those skirts or those sweatshirts or those long sleeve shirts. They're not finding those anywhere. Those are completely, they were vintage. Some 10 years old, but in impeccable condition because Lulu is such a quality brand. All right, went in on my face with this cheek and lipstick from Pearl Elise. This was an Ipsy, and I'm so glad that I found this. I don't want to put it on my lips. I'm so glad that I found this because I remember loving it when I got it out of Ipsy. It's like a nice, it's got a pop of color, but it's not too deep. It's perfect. So I'm so glad that I found that. Jeepers creepers. I need to get this collection under control. And this move, this was kind of forced me to do it. Another year hanging out here in my glam station with all this space to store. Goodness gracious, who knows if I would have went off the deep end. So remember, it's a giveaway video. So if you're interested in winning a Gen X Glam grab bag of goodies, all new products from my overstock, go ahead and make a comment in this video. Be subscribed to the channel and have a USA or Canada mailing address. If you're interested in receiving, shipping is on me, some of my gently used products that I was going to declutter, tried to sell at the garage sale, didn't sell, really don't want to throw them away because I feel like they're not anywhere near expired and somebody might like them or at least like to use them for a bit and then they declutter them themselves. Write the word interested in the comments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out this wheel. I have this wheel app. That's what I use on Discord to give giveaways on Discord, this wheel app. I just put people's names and everybody gets like a little slice on the wheel and I press spin and boom, it picks a winner. So I'm gonna at least pick 1 or 2 winners. All right, let's use, more than 1, at least 2, maybe 3. I have enough, I think, to send out at least 3 envelopes, padded envelopes of goodies. All right, this is some P. Louise lip oil. Let's go in with that. It smells like flavor bubble gum. So P. Louise, I think these came in an advent calendar. I have like 4 or 5 of these and I've given a fair amount of these away new. Some of them are lip plumpers. This one doesn't have the tingles, thank goodness. Oh, speaking of nails, I got my nails done. Kind of like, it was a pink and then I went over it with the chrome to make them a little bit shiny. So nice lip oils, but I'm like, oh, so many, and they take up so much space. But I'm bringing my, I didn't toss them. No way, no how. All right, you've seen this before, and I think you're gonna see it when you watch. I know you're gonna see it when you watch the decluttering videos that I'm posting for this summer that you'll see in the future. My whole behind the scenes of decluttering and packing for this move. This is a Chanel lip and cheek. It's nice. It's not patchy. It shears out quite well. It's a nice color for me. Really, really like it, but don't use it. So I was gonna try and sell it in the garage sale. And funny story. I was sitting around. I think it was Friday afternoon. And forgot that somebody was coming to see the house, and I was like, had been working hard, and I was just like a mess. My hair was up, no makeup on. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my gosh, people are coming. I ran to my closest mirror. I'm like, oh no. So I went into all the stuff I had set out for my garage sale, and I started going in there. I was like, okay, I used some Essence like skincare. I I just got the skincare on quickly. I just started grabbing for stuff to get a little bit of color, a little bit of powder on my face. And I was like, okay, all right, I don't look like completely like the Walking Dead when these people come look at the house. And this was one of the products. And I was like, you know what? I gave it a second thought. It brought my face back to life so well. You know, I basically used this on top of the skincare. I put it all over on my lids up here. And then I think I grabbed a Rimmel setting powder compact that I had earmarked in the whole pile. And I quickly set my face with that. And then that was it. But so I decided to keep it. All right, let's go over it with a little bit of this Apolosophy blush. I got this in Sweden on sale from the pharmacy when I was there in December. So, I mean, this almost went in the garage sale, but then I was like, look at that. That's a nice powder. I'm gonna keep it. So it's some stuff is making the cut. I'm finding space in my, you know, in the bags that I have earmarked to be shipped out. I basically have a box. I have a box with all kinds of, you know, makeup bags and smaller boxes in it that's the stuff that's made the cut. So it was tough. Boy, I'm not even kidding. Boy, it was tough. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to let some things go. All right, I'm going to powder it down. I'm going to use some setting powder here. I'm going to use the e.l.f. from the Halo Glow collection. She did the, she, I don't know why I always pick that pronoun when I talk about, that's like so wrong. She, e.l.f. is not a she. e.l.f. is e.l.f. e.l.f. collabed with, was with Meghan Trainor. I almost forgot. Almost said Jennifer Coolidge. That was a different collection. Meghan Trainor, and did this like cloud collab, and this was one of the things that came out in it. It has a nice little powder puff here. I'm gonna not use that though. I'm gonna use one of my own brushes. Oh, I love this P. Louise brush for setting powder. Really kind of just gets in there. That's what we're gonna use. I almost let this go. I honestly did. I like it, but you know, now I'm just so addicted to Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Airbrush Flawless Compact that I'm almost resolved to like not really needing many other ones. But then I saw this in the thing and I was like, you know what? This setting powder is amazing. Why am I going to let this go? Just bring it with for the summer. And at least, you know, because I'm not bringing much of my Charlotte Tilbury with me. A lot of it is going to be packed out. I'm going to bring the mini compacts with me from Charlotte Tilbury. And I have a brand new one that I'm going to open up when I get there. I'm not letting that thing hit the air until I get settled and open it up. But this setting powder is fantastic. It's fantastic. Another thing I almost let go, because I don't like, this is from Makeup Forever, I like the color. Who packages a lipstick like this? It could hurt myself, could poke myself, but it's a really nice shade. So I decided to keep it. And plus I actually didn't want to put many lippies at all in the garage sale. Last year I did, but I spent all that time cleaning them, checking on YouTube like how to clean them. I'm like, I don't have time for that this year. So I elected just not to put a lot of lippies. Any lippies, when I went through my lippies that were kind of nasty, I just tossed. I almost tossed this NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, but then I started looking at it and I'm like, why would I do that? A lot of these shades, more than half of these shades are shades that I totally like. Why would I do that? I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury brush and I'm just going to kind of go along this top line here and get a tiny bit of powder on my lids. Not a lot, because I have more work to do around the house, to show the house again, and why did I just put that on my forehead? And so not a lot. Don't need a big fashion show. That fact didn't really put that much. What else? What else did I want to say? I wanted to say something else. I don't know if anybody's still watching the video right now, but I just wanted to give a shout out to all of the guardian angels that are out there, because I know they're there. I've believed in them since I was a kid, and I just like, they show up in mysterious places, and I know that they show up for you guys too. And I think more than one showed up for a very special family member of mine this weekend that was involved in an accident, that was a completely innocent bystander, wrong place at the wrong time, and he must have had a fleet of guardian angels protecting, because things could have been so much worse. But thankfully everything seems to be fine. But I just want to give a shout out there in the universe, because I have the platform to do it, and to thank all of these angels that are lurking out there and protecting us, and wish them on every single one of you. Let's just keep them in mind and keep respecting their presence in the universe, because they work in mysterious ways and they truly do good work. All right, that's it. That's where I'm leaving you. I feel like I got a little bit glowy. I got a little bit more glowy than I would have wanted to. I think it's that. But yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. Oh, that bag underneath my eye is like really annoying me. It's an imperfection. What can I do? What can I do? Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. Thank you again for tuning in. Get in on all of these giveaways if you're tracking. If you were able to follow all of this madness, there's a current Gen X Glam and Gab grab bag of goodies. If you're interested, make any comment you want in this video. If you're interested in getting a Glam bag of secondhand goodies, just write the word interested in your comment and I will put you on the little pie spinner. And we'll spin for those actually on the 15th. Next Sunday, a week from today, if you're watching real time, is just going to be epic. It's going to be like giveaway palooza. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.